Good day. My name is Jacqueline Castano, co-owner of WPV Solutions. Our goal as a company is to aid organizations in learning about what workplace violence is and finding a systematic solution to prevent events or minimize injuries if an event does occur. I would like to share a little about myself and my background so you can understand my reason and passion for this topic. So I have 18 years of ED experience, which is a combination of frontline staff nurse and as a clinical nurse supervisor. Currently, I work in the quality department as a patient safety manager, and I'm learning the connection between workplace violence and patient safety. Now that you know a little more about myself and my reason for this topic, I would like to begin the conversation on workplace violence. It's a sensitive topic for many, and some even fear mentioning it just because of the concern of their job and retribution with their teammates. My hope is this short presentation will be a tool in which your organization can refer to or even use for an option for education and training to your leaders, peers, and employees. I'm going to start the conversation on a brief discussion of a framework for prevention, and then we'll discuss the definitions of workplace violence, who are at risk, and the different types of workplace violence so everyone at your organization could be on the same page. We decided to create a framework at WPV Solutions to help create the path toward prevention. The framework isn't too complicated to follow and action at your location, since many understand the strong connection and the importance of each topic. Training will be the highlighted pillar for this presentation today. So what is workplace violence? According to OSHA, it's any act or threat of violence, harassment, intimidation, or other threatening disruptive behaviors that occur at the worksite. So who's at risk? There's a variety of people that are at risk, but healthcare workers and social workers are at the highest risk. There are approximately 71% of the victims that occur annually, according to NIOSH. Educators, primary, secondary, and post-secondary, are also victims. There's the combination of students against students, student against teacher, teacher against teacher, and then also teacher with the community interacting with the community and the community interacting with the leaders. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, approximately 372,900 teachers were threatened with injuries, and 220,300 reported to be physically attacked. Others that are at risk are public service workers interacting with the community, delivery drivers, employees working in isolated areas, providing services such as taxi drivers, working with money, or working with alcohol. So now that we discussed what workplace violence is and those that are at risk for workplace violence, now it's time to discuss the different types of workplace violence. So there's 4 different types. The first one is criminal intent. And what that is typically the victim and the perpetrator do not know each other. Then type 2 is the customer client, and usually there is a relationship that has been developed. Either it's at the healthcare setting, the patient and the nurse, or the social worker, or it's at the school setting, it's the student and the teacher, or vice versa. Type 3 is worker on worker, and that is usually related to your teammates or your peers and having aggression or violence against each other. And then number 4, the final one, is personal relationship. That's more of that domestic violence that enters the workplace or the workforce. And that's the summary of the different types of workplace violence. I want to thank you all for tuning into this learning opportunity. As I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, our goal is to help guide you and your organization on its journey to prevention and safety for your staff, patients, and your customers through the implementation of a workplace violence prevention program. If you have any further questions or are interested in a consultation, please feel free to reach out. Thanks and take good care.